What is up, everyone? It's Ian Koniak, and today I'm thrilled to launch the Ask Ian GPT. The problem that I was having is that I can't clone myself, and I have literally hundreds of clients who want coaching from me, and I have no more capacity to take on clients. My calendar is full. So what I did is I hired several coaches. We now have 5 coaches on the bench. I'm training them on how to coach on my frameworks. But even with those coaches, our business is exploding. I know it's a great problem to have, but I thought to myself, what if there was a way to take every single framework, every single knowledge article, every single video, every single post, every single workbook that I have developed over the past 7 years and load it all into AI and have people have coaching from me 24/7? How much value would that bring to our community? And that's exactly what I did. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to demo Ask Ian. I'm going to show you how to use it. And if you're interested, at the end, I'll tell you how you can have access to this incredible tool where you can get 24/7 coaching from me. So let's dive right into it. Here we go. So the best part about Ask Ian is that it's actually native to ChatGPT. I have it running on 4.0. I find 5.0 is a little bit slower and it's not as personal, so I'm keeping it on 4.0 version, but it is embedded inside of ChatGPT. So you don't have to go into some app or third-party tool. Everybody's already working and living inside of ChatGPT, and that's the best place where I wanted this to live as well. So what I did is I took the coaching call that I've had recently from one of my clients, and basically he wanted coaching from me. And he said, look, I have a deal where I'm about to do discovery for a client, and right now they're unable to get the analytics and insights that they want from their customers, and they're frustrated. I said, well, what's the impact of that? What's the pain it's causing? How much is that costing them to not get those insights? He's like, well, I don't know any of that. And I told him, you got to go back to the customer and actually find out the pain that the problem is causing, because a problem isn't a real problem until you quantify the pain it's causing. So I said, let's put Ask Ian for a spin right now, and let's have Ask Ian develop some discovery questions for you for this situation. Now, he works at Strategy, which competes with Tableau and with Power BI. So here was the prompt. I'm coaching a person. I'll keep it anonymous, his name. He's working a deal with the customer where they're using Power BI and Databricks. And the problem they're facing is they can't get the analytics or insights that their internal customers need in time. And it's causing low adoption and frustration from their customers. What are some questions he can ask to dig into the impact? Because I've loaded all my frameworks into here, right? It knows what to ask. Whereas generic ChatGPT or Perplexity or any of the tools aren't going to know the questions that actually work. So here's the cool thing about what it does. It said, here are high impact questions the client can ask to dig into the impact and pain using Ian's framework, especially leveraging Predict Scorecard, which is our qualification scorecard to see if a deal is real, deep discovery questions, which is one of the modules in my training, and problem mapping exercises that really quantify the impact of the problem. So it actually took 3 different sections of my content and customized this answer. So here's the problem with pain questions. What are the analytics or insights that are being delayed, right? Tell me more about the situation. What teams are impacted? How does this slow turnaround impact their ability to make decisions or act? What frustrations have you heard from internal users about the experience? And what adoption rates are you seeing now versus what you're expecting? So this is really quantifying what's being delayed, who it's impacting, how it's impacting their ability, the frustration people are having, and in metrics that are involved. But that's not enough, right? That's just digging deeper into the pain. What I really want is the value of that pain. So it goes and pulls business value and cost of inaction questions from the Winning with Deep Discovery module. And it says, what's the current business cost of slow analytics? What are the missed opportunities, lost revenue, or reduced productivity? What a question. Most reps stop at surface level discovery, but in order to win big, you need to go deep and figure out the cost of inaction. What would it mean financially if insights were available 10x faster? Love that one. Again, this is better than I can coach people. That's the whole point of Ask Ian is take everything I would coach and make it real-time coaching within ChatGPT. If nothing changes, how do you see this problem evolving over the next 6 to 12 months? What happens if you do nothing? Another great question. What projects, decisions, or goals are stalled due to a timely insights? What is this costing you? What is the opportunity cost? In other words, most people want to buy software to accelerate time to value, right? That's why I launched Ask Ian. Same thing here. What can't you do because of this? And what are the specific projects that you're missing out on because a lack of timely insights? And finally, the actual labor cost. How many hours are being spent manually stitching data together? What does that cost in terms of time and resources? So that's 10 questions instantly from one simple prompt. And finally, we get to impact and urgency questions, which is, hey, what would your internal customers be able to do differently if they had insights instantly? How is the current system impacting exec visibility or strategic decision making? If you had it solved, what would adoption look like in 3 to 6 months? Who's the most frustrated stakeholder right now? I love that. Can we meet with them? And if you don't solve this now, what risks are you exposed to in Q4 or next year? Again, it looks at the timing of the year, and we happen to answer this in August. And so it's asking about Q4, which I just love. Again, if you think about like spin selling, which is Neil Rackham's famous book, it's the situation, the problem, the impact of the problem, and then the need payoff. If you solve the problem, what would you be able to accomplish? And I love how this follows that framework, except it's following my questions and my discovery frameworks, but it's the same thing. Like, what's the situation? What's the problem? What's the impact of that, which is the I, the implication, the business value, and the cost. And then, hey, if you solve it, what could you do? What could the future look like? And that's sales in a nutshell. What's your situation? How is that impacting your business negatively? Going deep with the right questions. And then if you were to solve it, what would life look like? That's how you evoke emotion in clients. And finally, it gives you some bonus for him. It says, here's a pitch you can use back for summarizing. The problem I work with clients is low adoption and frustration due to slow, inaccessible insights. This is common because tools like Power BI and Databricks aren't designed for real-time agility across business unit, leading to delays, rework, and disengaged internal stakeholders. Our solution helps by democratizing insights and drastically reducing time to insight, which leads to higher adoption, empowered decision makers, and improved time to value for analytics investments. Man, solid. Now, if he wants to role play, we can role play discovery questions. Again, we didn't need to do that through there, but sure, let's role play, right? And you can see, just like ChatGPT, right? It's going to go and actually tell you exactly what the customer might say, and your goal is to dig in. Let's begin. I'll be the customer, right? Go ahead and ask your first question, right? How are the insights, how are the slow insights impacting your ability to execute key projects and priorities? I'm just making this up as we're going, right? It's a big issue. First, our operation teams needs daily performance, but we often don't get it cleansed and visualized. That delays the inventory. You move on. What's your next question? You can go towards frustration. So it's actually role playing and practicing the conversation. I didn't even know it can do that, to be honest with you. I haven't even tested it. I just looked at that right now. But that's the cool thing about it. It's not just coaching, it's actually building upon the coaching and asking the next level questions. And we use this all the time. I use it with clients and they're using it on their own. In fact, here are some examples of clients that are using it on their own. This first client, right, they actually used it to create a one-pager for customers that outlines the problem, the impact, and why you should meet. And she did this with the one-pager, and it actually wrote the email. It said, thanks again. I put together a one-pager outlining what we're seeing and how our company helps fill the gaps, right, used to handle, especially for real-time incident coordination. She worked at PagerDuty. Key areas it covers, and this is something I teach, how to do one-pagers and then send executive emails with the bullets of what's in it to get them to open it. So she talks about avoiding unexpected costs, maintaining incident reliability, and reducing manual work. Let me know what you think. And then, of course, you got to follow up on that. So Ask Ian wrote the follow-up, right? Follow up on the one-pager. Totally understand if your head's down, right? It speaks in my language. And then finally, he replied, I just learned we're actually looking at this right now. Got a reply. She's thrilled. And she wrote, thank you, Ask Ian, for helping me create strategic touch points, one pages for my customers that get a response after 2 touches. I love it. Another person is, how fire is this line from Ask Ian? So he was asking about, is this deal qualified? What should I do? This person was stuck at the champion, and you could see the note, great champions help you win, but economic buyers are who get you paid. And right now, 2 of 3 of them haven't spoken to you. It's direct, it's blunt, it's clear. That's my style. And obviously, it's going to coach like I am. I'm just blown away. And I love this one from one of our clients who wanted some feedback. So she actually was stuck at the champion level, but she felt bad because she didn't want to go around her champion, but her champion wasn't getting her to power. So she asked Ian, what should I do? Again, exact same questions they would ask me in a real-time one-on-one. And here's the screenshot that Ask Ian gave. It said, here's what Ian would push you to see in this situation. You're letting fear and comfort dictate your strategy. Ian teaches to go where the power is, period. If there's a new VP and that's your new executive sponsor, you need to lean in and build the relationship, even if it ruffles feathers. I love it with the old contact, okay? I'm never afraid to piss people off. If there's not tension, it's not real. Staying silent to protect someone who's stuck in the past is not strategic. It's self-protective. Woo! Hit them where it hurts. Your role is to create change, not tiptoe around resistance. If your contact's a Debbie Downer, that's exactly why you must copy in the new executive sponsor and decision maker. You're not here to make your old contact feel comfortable. You're here to make sure your solution delivers value at the highest level. Ian teaches yo-yo selling for a reason. You need executive air cover to push through blockers. Third, you're afraid of confrontation, not the consequences. Ask yourself, what's the worst that happens if the old contact gets upset? So it's giving her the coaching that she needs. So anyway, I promised I would share how to get this with you guys. So here's the cool thing. For anyone who's coaching with me, either in a group coaching environment or in one of my coaches or coaching with me directly, you have free, unlimited access to Ask Ian. It is a private GPT. It's not published. It's not public. And if you join my coaching program, you not only will get access to the ChatGPT or the Ask Ian GPT, you will get access for life. So when you finish the program in a year, you'll have it forever. This is a huge incentive. It's not something I can even put a value on because coaching with me forever is something that's priceless. So I say that to you guys. If you don't know what to do, you're not getting good answers from AI, or if AI is misinformed because they're not a top enterprise seller in tech sales like I am, go book a call with my team. I'll put the link below in terms of how you can book a call with my team. Actually, you can book a call right here with my team. Book a free strategy call to talk about group coaching or one-on-one coaching. And both of those include Ask Ian. It's not something I'm making publicly available. There's too much value there. It's all my IP. But if you coach with me in any capacity, group or one-on-one or private with me, you'll have unlimited lifetime access to Ask Ian. So book a call with my team right over here. Look forward to seeing you on the inside. You guys have a great day. Take care.